This is Tammi Bradford with Lone Star Distribution here at the Metrics booth. Day 3 of the Arnold 2014 Expo, wrapping things up of the best and biggest Arnold ever. And I am here with the beautiful reigning Miss Figure Olympia, Nicole Wilkins. Nicole, you looked amazing in your Olympia win, and we know why you won, because the best package I've seen you bring to the stage. How did you transform your body? Did you do something differently from the previous year to really just hit it hard like you did?
Yeah, after the New York show in May, I knew I needed to do something drastic in order to win back the Olympia title. I actually switched trainers, and I now work with Hani Rambod, and he basically took my diet and tore it apart, and we incorporated different food sources. My cardio, my training was a lot different, a lot of high volume. It was just a process that we started and just nipped away at daily. So I worked harder than I ever had for that show, and it thankfully paid off.
It absolutely did, and it really showed. And I'm so disappointed that you were not able to compete at the Arnold this year. Tell everybody what happened.
Yeah, last October I injured my left shoulder doing an incline hammer press, and then it got worse after doing a plyometric push-up. And I took about 4 weeks off at that point, and it started feeling better, so I started working on it again and thought I could put in for the Arnold. So I started the preparation for that around Thanksgiving, and then around 6 to 7 weeks ago I was doing another incline press and felt the same tweak, and it hurt just as bad, almost to the point where I couldn't put my hair in a ponytail or extend my arm all the way up above my head. So I got an MRI, and it showed that I had a supraspinatus tendonitis, which is basically part of the rotator cuff. Thankfully there's no tearing, but I also have bursitis and a lot of inflammation, so that was what was causing the lack of range of motion. And the doctor said, Nicole, you need to take a break, or else you're going to continue making this worse and prolong the recovery, which is obviously what I don't want, because my goal for this year is to win back the Olympia title in September. So I needed to be a smart athlete and take the time necessary to recover.
Well, we want to see you take back that Olympia, because we need to do a back-to-back, don't you think? We can't do the back and forth with Erin anymore. I have to ask you, because of this switching of titles back and forth between you and Erin, what is that like? Do you push each other? Is there a friendly competition? Is it a tough rivalry? What is your relationship with her like?
Yeah, it's a very respectful rivalry, I should say. But I mean, you can't discount all the other competitors either. You have Candice Keene, who now won 2 figure international titles and has always been in the top 3 with Erin and I. So there's a lot of girls coming up. I'm not really worried about anybody else aside from myself. So I do think that competition keeps you on your toes and makes you want to train hard, for sure.
One of the things that I have loved about what you have put out there when you are speaking to other athletes is that it takes time to reach your goals, that you have to keep pushing. You don't see the changes overnight. You've put up your transformation pictures. You're an inspiration to many of us that are starting out. What advice do you give people that are new, that are starting out as competitors, to help them to not get so discouraged?
We're in a right now society. We want everything right now, and we don't want to wait. But with fitness, it's one thing that you can't get and you can't buy. You have to actually work for, and it takes a lot of work, a lot of time. And I show my progress because I've been at this for over 10 years now, and I'm still now. Last year was the best I ever looked, and it took me 10 years to get to that point. And I still think that there's work to do. So there's always something that you can improve on. Your body changes from year to year and from month to month, and it's something that you, after 2 weeks, if you don't see the results that you want, you can't give up. So
I think it helps people to hear you say that, because we all look to you as the standard of where we want to be. So it's nice to know that even Miss Figure Olympia is wanting to make improvements. Nicole, what projects do you have going on right now?
Yeah, so I have so many things going on. I just relaunched my website, NicoleWilkins.com, and I have a member section on there where I put a lot of free video content up online right now, but I've been getting a lot of requests for full-length workout videos. and more exclusive footage. So that's what we're going to offer on that. I'm working on another DVD, which has been a process. It's going to be a legs and glutes DVD that we're still editing right now, so I'm hoping it'll be out in the summer. I'm launching a clothing line that we still are doing a photo shoot for, so that should be out in May. I'm taking over what's called Fat Camp. So Jen Hendershot has been promoting these fitness retreat weekends for the last 12 years, and she approached me and asked me if I would take over her business, which is a huge undertaking for me. So this year we're traveling to all locations together. I'm learning the insides of her business. So in 2015, I'm going to be taking that over as well. So I'm definitely like branching out, trying and taking a lot of risks here. But I feel like at this point in my career, in order for me to be successful long term, I have to try these new things. So I'm excited. It'll be a busy year.
Very busy. And how do you balance all that with training to compete?
Well, I think from now on I might only do one show a year because it does take a lot of time, and I'm traveling so much for appearances and seminars that in order for me to look the way I need to, I have to be in my own environment. So for 2 months before the competition at least, I need to stay home. So that means no traveling in August or September, but the rest of the year I'm everyone else's business, you know. So yeah.
Well, Nicole, we will be looking for all of your projects, and make sure that you check her out at NicoleWilkins.com. As you can see, she's got a lot going on, and we are also going to be looking forward to seeing you take that Olympia stage again and rooting for you to take that back-to-back win. This is Tammi Bradford with Nicole Wilkins with Lone Star Distribution, coming to you from the Arnold 2014.